Welcome to this video. Today we will do SBI Clerk 2021 Prelims logical section questions. Uh, the objective of this video will be to teach you uh, some methods that you can use to solve different kinds of logical reasoning questions that usually appear in this kind of examinations. And hopefully those methods that I teach you, uh, one method for one particular type of question. Hopefully you will just, remember that and implement those methods while you practice your questions on your own and develop a habit for it. Let's get started with the first question. Okay, in the first question, what we have been given a paragraph, and followed by it, we have 5 questions related to it. Okay, let's do. 8 persons sit around a circular table, all of them face inside. So this is my circular arrangement question. F sits third to the right of E, only E is okay, but I have a bunch of information about who sits where has been given to me. Okay. And this type of puzzle kind of questions always make two diagrams. That is my first method. I will understand why. So usually you would draw only one circle and start solving the question, but what I do is draw two set of circles and keep drawing parallelly to them, so that when any new case comes, based on that you can uh, make the diagram of for two different cases, or at least two different cases. You can draw even more number of cases, but it's a good practice to start with two cases. Until and unless a point in the question comes where there are any cases forming, you do the same thing to both the diagrams. This is my first trick for uh, puzzle questions. You might say that it will take you more time, but the time that you will invest in just repeating the same diagram twice is much lesser than uh, sitting in the examination hall and brainstorming uh, where to put which letter. And that way you won't get confused. Okay, let's start and see, observe how I solve this question. 8 persons sit around a circular table, all of them face inside. So 8%, I'll draw 8 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same for here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. F sits third to the right of E. Okay, if E sits over here, F sits third to the right. So first, second, third. F sits third to the right of E. Okay, only one person sits between H and F. So H can either be over this position, and or H can be over this position, right? So in this case I will put H over here, and in this scenario I'll put H over here. We don't know which will be correct. So that's why I told you to make two cases at least in the minimum. So H can be either here or H can be either here, according to the clue. Only one person sits between H and F. Okay, let's move ahead. A sits opposite to D. A sits opposite to D. That means they have to be facing each other opposite to D, diametrically on the circle. So this diameter cannot be, it's occupied by H. This cannot happen occupied by F. This cannot happen occupied by E at one end. So only this diameter is remaining. So either A sits over here and D sits over here, or A sits over here and D sits over here. Okay, I am writing both the cases in this scenario, in this case one only, because we don't know that with H over here, A sits here or D sits over here. if I write just only A over here and D over here, that means we are implying that when H sits over here, D sits here and A sits here. But we do not know that for either this configuration or that configuration. If you have to make a case for D and A as well, you have to make uh, two diagrams for case 1 and two diagrams for case 2. That would be way too many for examination, not required. So I'll put both D and A with a slash to move forward and eliminate the possible um, which are not probable scenario later based on the clues of the given question. Understood? C sits third to the left of G. C sits third to the left of G. Okay, we haven't got any G over here. We cannot put this. I will come back to this later. C is not an immediate neighbor of B. Okay. C is not an immediate neighbor of B. Hmm. Okay, we'll come back to this later again. D is not an immediate neighbor of H. D is not an immediate neighbor of H. That means in this scenario D cannot sit over here because H is over here. That means D has to sit over here and A cannot be here. And in this scenario D cannot be here and A cannot be here. D has to sit there only. Okay. G is an immediate neighbor of E. G is an immediate neighbor of E. Okay. So in this scenario G has the only possible way that it sits over here. Okay. And in this scenario G can sit over here also, over here also. Okay. If G sits over here or over here, G can sit anywhere. I'll just give a mark that to say that it will be one of this option will be eliminated later. G is an immediate neighbor of E. Now come back to the clues that we did not occur. C is not an immediate neighbor of B. Okay, and C sits third to the left of G. C sits third to the left of G. Okay, if G sits over here, uh, first, second, third. So C has to sit over here in this scenario. And in this scenario, uh, if G is sitting over here, first, second, third, already taken by A. That means G is not sitting over here. G is sitting here only. If G is sitting over here, first, second, third, this is where C sits. Okay, C is not an immediate neighbor of B. C is not an immediate neighbor of B. Okay, that means B sits over here, or and and in this diagram only one place is remaining, but if I put B over here, then that means C and B would be immediate neighbor. That means this case is not valid. This is my correct configuration. So if you would not have drawn this two scenarios, you would not have understand. By chance if you had to put H over here and H not over here, and by that you would have gone by solving the question, that means by the end you would be stuck at one of the clues. So instead of getting stuck later in the part of the question, it's better you make two diagrams. Okay, so let's answer the question now. Who among the following sits opposite to G? G is over here, F sits opposite to G. That is my correct answer. Who among the following sits second to the left of the one who sits third to the right of H? Okay, in this type of questions, who sits second to the left, who sits right, third to the right, in this type of question, we always go from back. Third to the right of H, who is that person? Third to the right, they are facing all inside, that means this is right side for H. Third to the right, first, second, third. E is the person who is third to the right. Now what is saying? On the following sits second to the left of the one. Okay, that means second on the left of E. First, second, A. A is my answer. Okay. What is the position of C with respect to D? Position of C with respect to D. So if D is sitting over here and looking inside facing this side, that means this is right side for D. This is right side for D. That means first, second. Second to the right. This is my correct answer. Who among the following persons sits third to the left of A? A is looking this side, that means this is left side for A. Third to the left of A. First, second, third. F. Option A. And which of the following statement is true about H? Okay, let's see the statements. H sits seconds to the left of F. H sits second. F is looking inside. This is left side, first, second. So this is true. H faces B. H faces B. That is true. H sits seconds to the left of F. H does face B. No, sorry, H does not sit second to the left of F, because this side is right side for F. This side is left side because he's looking inside. So this is right side and this is left side. H does not sit left. So first option is not true. D sits third to the right of H. H, D should be supposed to third. D is over here from the right side, so it's not third. So not true. C is not true. E is not an immediate neighbor of H. E and H, they are not immediate neighbors. That is true. And both B and D. So this is my correct option. Option E. Both B and D are true. Okay, let's go to the next question. Hopefully you understood how to solve this question. Okay. These are syllogism questions. Let's see how we can do quickly and with tricks. Here also the trick is, for each question make two diagrams simultaneously. Okay. I'll explain why that is necessary. All clouds are rain. Okay. All clouds are rain. Clouds, rain. All clouds are rain. Fine. And I'll make two of this. Rain, cloud. Only a few clouds are water. Now after you have drawn two diagrams for the first statement, just think for a moment for the second statement. How many possible ways or how many possible ways this second statement can be possible. So I can see only a few clouds are water. So water can be part of rain, where like this, where some clouds are indeed water, or it can be like this also. For this case also, some clouds is part of water. So these are the two cases. Let's see the conclusions. Some water is rain. Okay, that is true. Some water is rain for both the cases. For which of the, in both the cases, whatever conclusion is correct, I will write the number. So some water is rain. Okay, it is true for this case. No, it is not true for this case. It is only true for this case. Some water is rain. For this case, all water is rain. So for this case only conclusion 1 is right. So I am writing a that by writing just 1 to indicate that only for this case what conclusion number 1 is true. Let's see the conclusion number 2. All rain is water. All rain is water. It is not true for both the cases. Neither of the cases it is conclusion number 2 is correct. So let's see the answer. And the answer would be if in either of the cases only whatever be the number for the conclusion that you have written corresponding to it, that will be your answer. So here only one is true after reading both the conclusions, so only one follows. Let's carry forward with the next question, you will understand better. Uh, Only a few apple is mango. Okay, so mango, only a few apples are mm, mango. I'll draw two of those mango apples. Some you can draw even more to accommodate more number of cases, but draw at least two. That's what I suggest. Uh, and let's read the second statement. Some mango is guava. So that can be two options for that. Either, mm, in fact, there can be three possibility for this. What I will show. Mm, because after reading this statement too and looking at this diagram, in my mind I can think of three possibilities where this is true. So let me draw another diagram. Mango, apple. Only some mango is guava. So guava can be here, where some part of guava is mango, or some mango is indeed guava but not any apple is included. Or this is one can be guava, where indeed some mango is guava and some apple is guava. And another possibilities can be this, where some mango is also guava, but uh, all guavas are apples. So these are the three possible scenarios. Uh, Now lead the conclusion. All and As I read one of the conclusions one by one, for whatever case, if for more than one cases, but one a particular conclusion is true, I will write that number of that conclusion corresponding to the diagram. All guava is apple. Yes, it is true for this case, but not for these two cases. Some guava is not apple. Some guava is not apple, and that is true for this case only. Here no guava is apple, here some guava is not apple, and for this scenario only conclusion 2 is possible. So that means I don't even need to read the options. I can see that either 2 is happening or 1 is happening. It's not like that for one scenario only 1 and 2 both are happening. It's not like that. It's that either 1 is happening, or either conclusion 1 is true or conclusion 2 is true. Both cannot be true simultaneously. So either 1 or 2 follows. That is my answer. Let's do the next question. All green is blue. Okay, so green, all green is blue. I'll draw two diagram for that. Green, blue, and all blue is yellow. Okay, all blue is yellow. Even for this, all blue is yellow, and no blue is pink. No blue is pink. So for this we can have two cases. Either pink can be over here, that all pink is yellow but no pink is blue, or it can be like this also. There can be two cases for from the third, that is emerging from the third statement. That's why I have drawn two cases. Hopefully by now you have understood the purpose of drawing two cases simultaneously. Keep on drawing two simultaneous cases. Let's read the conclusion now. No green is pink. No green is pink. That is true for both the cases. So I will write one over here, one over here. In both the cases, my conclusion one is true. Some yellow is not pink. Okay. For this case also, some part of yellow is there that is not inside pink. So that means it is true for this case also and in this case also. Some part of yellow is there that is not included in the pink. It is true for this case also. So both 1 and 2 follows, because in both the scenarios 1 and 2 follows. Both 1 and 2 follows. That is your answer. Hopefully this was helpful. Before we start the next question, which is based on alphabets and alphanumeric, I want to teach you something regarding the sequence of English alphabet letters and their positions from forward and backward. So you do not need to memorize all the position numbers for all the letters, neither from forward nor from backward. Mm, You just have to remember two things. For example, what I do to remember is EJOT, EJOTY. Why? Because E is the fifth letter, J is 10th letter, O is 15th letter, T is 20th letter, and Y is 25th letter from forward. This is from forward. If I remember only the position which are multiples of 5, that is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, each o t, let's say we have to find any number between them. Let's say L. We know that L, uh, I, J, K, L. After J, we have K and L. So J is my 10, then L would be 11 and 12. Lth position would be 12th. That's how you can calculate all the letters which are lying in between them. And for the letters which are A, B, C, D, that those are pretty simple anyway, because we know that those are the first four letters. But apart from that, the position number for other letters in between all this, you can calculate quickly from these letters. So if you see, E is my fifth letter, J is my 10th letter, O is my 15th letter, T is my 20th letter, and Y is my 25th letter. And if we look from the backward, then V is my fifth letter, Q is my 10th letter, L is my 15th letter from the backward, G is my 20th letter from the back, and B is my 25th letter from the back. So that would be V, Q, L, G, B. That is my 5th, 10th, 15th, 20th, and 25th letter from backward. You just have to remember these two mnemonics, these two short forms, and I use two sentences to remember their full form, to remember the short forms. If I to remember the sequence or the set of letters, I remember this by virgin koala loves giant bear. Virgin koala loves giant bear, where V, Q, L, G, and B are my fifth are the letters that I need to remember. V, Q, L, G, B, and they are 5, 10th, 15th, 20th, and 25th letters. And for the forward version, EJOT, I remember it by explore joy on top you, if you know what I mean. So E, J, O, T, and Y. this is how I remember the two set of letters, one for forward and one for backward. EJOT for forward and VQLGB for backward. Explode joy on top you, and virgin koala loves giant bear. So E is my fifth letter, J is my 10th letter, O is my 15th letter, T is my 20th letter, Y is my 25th letter. Let's say you have to find the position of R from forward. What will you do? We know that element O, element O, P, Q, R. So after O we have P, Q, and R. So if O is my 15th, then 16th, 17th, 18th would be number for R. That's how I remember. And if you need to find its place value or number from the reverse order, we know that R P after Q we get R, after Q we get R. So we know that Q is 10, so that means R would be 9 before Q. That's how you remember. And one thing that I want to also understand, for this type of questions, what you do, where it says that each of which how many pairs of letters are there in the word, each of which have as many letters between them, both forward and backward direction, in the word. So whenever you have to find the gap between two letters, whenever you have to find the gap between any two letters from the forward and backward direction, they are same, always same, no matter what you say. This line that is given both forward and backward is only to confuse you. Any set of, I'll remember, I'm writing this in a star, for any two letters, number of letters between them are exactly same, no matter how you calculate, either from forward or backward. I'll give you an example and show. Let's say you need to find the number of letters between P and U. Let's say, for example, to find the number of letters between P and U. We know that element O, P. P comes just after O. O's place value is 15. I know that means P's place value would be 16, and element O, P, Q, R, S, T, T, U, and U comes just after T. So T's place value is 20. So U's place value would be 21, right? So number of letters between P and U would be 21 minus 16 minus 1. That is, this is minus 1 because we are excluding both P and U. Both we are excluding, and we are exclusively counting only the number of letters between them. We are not including either the front P or the back U, front P or back U. We are not considering them. That's why I am doing minus 1. We are exclusively calculating the number of letters only between them, excluding both the ends. So 21 minus 16 minus 1, that is 5 minus 1, that is 4. Do we have 4 letters? Yes, Q, R, S, T. We have 4 letters between P and Q. This what we have done, we have calculated from forward, right? We have considered the place value considering the forward uh, numbering. Now I'll show you doing the reverse backward numbering. From backward, P's value, uh, we know that uh, U comes PQR PQ. So PQ, Q is my 10th position and P comes just before Q. P comes just before Q, and if Q's place value is 10, that means P's place value would be 11. And U's place value PQ RS T U V. PQRSTUV. U comes just before V. If V's place value is 5, that means U's place value would be 6. 6. So number of letters between them would be 11 minus 6 minus 1. That is 11 minus 6 is again 5 minus 1, that is 4. So no matter from which place values you consider, either forward or backward, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. This line is given only just to confuse you. Okay. Keeping this in mind, let's see the questions. How many pairs of letters are there in the word condition, each of which have as many letters between them, both forward and backward direction in the word, as they have between them according to English alphabetical word? In order to solve this kind of question, the only thing that you need to do is write the word first, condition, write the word first, condition. After that, write each of their place value either from forward or from backward. Just write only one sequence, no need to write both, or just write only one sequence. Okay, so C I know is place value is 3, D I know 4. First I am putting all the place values for which I know, I do not have to calculate. 3 4, let me just write the side. EJOT 5 10 15 20 25. T is 20, T is 20, O is 15, O is 15. Okay, then let's do the other letters now. All the letters for which place values I know I have written, let's do with the other letters now. N, I, I, J, I, J, I, J. I comes just before J. J is 10, so I is 9. I, J, K, L, M, N. L, M, N, O. So N comes just before O. O is 15, that means N is 14. And I is again 9 and N is 14. Done. All my place values for the letters are done. Now what we will do, you have to see that we have to find pairs of letters. We have to find pairs of letters which has as many numbers between them as in this given word, right? So you no need to check, do the subtraction for each of the pairs of letters, no need to do that. You just only check that I know that 3 and 15, that 15 minus 3, that, or 14 minus 3, uh, or would be a number that is big enough, not कि ये सामने की तरफ नहीं होगा. अगर कोई सब्ट्रैक्शन प्लेस वैल्यू को सब्ट्रैक्ट करने पे अगर कोई बड़ा नंबर आ रहा है, दैट मीन्स दोज टू पेयर्स हैज टू बी टुवर्ड्स द बैक. और सामने की तरफ हो रहा है तो कोई छोटे नंबर्स, दोनों के सब्ट्रैक्शन के बीच में कोई छोटा नंबर होना चाहिए, राइट? सो 9 minus 4 minus 3 1 way too big, बहुत ज़्यादा letters है बीच में, no need, fuck all this. 15 4 14 4 nothing, not required. 14 9 is too much, 9 15 is too much for this. 9 and 3 is 6 minus 1 5, but यहाँ पे 3 letters है, नहीं चलेगा. 20 minus 9 is too close there. 20 माइनस 4, दोनों के बीच में इतना गैप ही नहीं है कि 20 माइनस 4 16 लेटर्स रहेंगे. 20 माइनस 14 इतना लेटर्स नहीं है, 6 लेटर्स नहीं है. 20 माइनस 15 5 लेटर्स है क्या. 20 माइनस 15 माइनस 1 पर 4 लेटर्स होने चाहिए. कितने लेटर्स है, 1 2 3, सो नॉट अ पेयर. फक इट. देन 9 माइनस 20 फॉरगेट. 9 माइनस 9 बीच में एक लेटर है, 0 तो नहीं है, ठीक है. 9 माइनस 4 नहीं है, बीच में इनफ लेटर्स नहीं है. 9 माइनस 14 वे टू बिग. 15 और 9 के बीच में गैप वे टू बिग. 9 and 3 can be 1. 9 minus 3 is 9 minus 3 minus 1, 6 minus 1. 5 लेटर्स होने चाहिए, है क्या. 1 2 3 4 5. ओके, सो दिस इज माई वन पेयर एंड वन पेयर इज O and N. ओके, दोनों आजू बाजू इंग्लिश लेटर में भी आते हैं, यहाँ पे भी है O और N. I don't see any more pairs, so there are 3. 3 is my correct answer. That's how you do this type of questions. Okay, let's go to the next question. Study the following arrangement carefully and answer the following questions. If all the consonants are replaced in next letters, uh, if all the consonants are replaced by its next letters, then how many alphabets are repeated in the new arrangement? इस क्वेश्चन को भी करने के लिए you no need to write the full series again and replace all the consonants with its next letters. करने की कोई ज़रूरत ही नहीं है उतना. क्यों नहीं है, बता रहा हूँ, अभी समझा रहा हूँ. So you see, हमें निकालना क्या है, जो भी यहाँ पे जितने भी कॉन्सोनेंट्स है उसको अपने नेक्स्ट लेटर के साथ रिप्लेस करने के बाद वी नीड टू फाइंड हाउ मेनी पेयर्स ऑफ रिपीटिंग लेटर्स आर देयर, हाउ मेनी अल्फ़ाबेट्स आर रिपीटेड इन द न्यू अरेंजमेंट. ठीक है. अब रिपीटेशन होने के लिए क्या ज़रूरी है. रिपीटेशन होने के लिए मेरा 2 केस होगा, क्योंकि क्या क्या केसेस होंगे, 2 सिचुएशन आ सकते हैं, नॉट केसेस, आई वुड से 2 सिचुएशंस कैन अराइज जहाँ पे वर्ड्स रिपीट होंगे आफ्टर रिप्लेसिंग ऑल द कॉन्सोनेंट्स विद देयर इमीडिएटली नेक्स्ट लेटर. क्या क्या 2 सिचुएशन हो सकते हैं. सो 2 कॉन्सोनेंट्स को रिपीट होने के लिए लेट्स से यहाँ पे कहीं B है और यहाँ पे कहीं बीच में B है, कैसा सीक्वेंस दिया हुआ है. B इज़ ए कॉन्सोनेंट्स, तो ऑलरेडी अगर मेरे सीक्वेंस में एक पेयर ऑफ रिपीटिंग वर्ड्स है कॉन्सोनेंट्स, तो तभी जाके ये जब रिप्लेस होकर C बनेगा एंड ये भी जाके रिप्लेस होकर C बनेगा, तभी जाके ये रिपीटिंग होंगे. अगर मेरे ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्टिंग सीरीज़ में रिपीटिंग कॉन्सोनेंट्स नहीं है तो वो चेंज करने के बाद भी रिपीटिंग नहीं रहेंगे. क्योंकि अगर ये B है और अगर ये D है, 2 अलग अलग कॉन्सोनेंट्स, ये चेंज होके मेरा C हो जाएगा, D चेंज होके E हो जाएगा. कोई फ़ायदा ही नहीं है फिर मुझे कॉन्सोनेंट्स को चेंज करके, कोई फ़ायदा ही नहीं है, क्योंकि मेरे को पता है ये ऑलरेडी पहले से अगर सेम नहीं है तो बाद में चेंज करने के बाद भी सेम नहीं रहेगा. तो हमें क्या काउंट करना है, कोई चेंज करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन से काउंट करेंगे ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्टिंग कितने पेयर्स ऑफ कॉन्सोनेंट्स हैं. So this is one scenario. Already existing pairs of consonants. ये एक मेरा सिनेरियो है. दूसरा सिनेरियो क्या है, दूसरा सिनेरियो ये है कि ये पूरा जो सीरीज़ दिया हुआ है मुझे क्वेश्चन में, अल्फ़ा न्यूमेरिक लेटर्स वगैरह मिक्स करके, सिंबल्स वगैरह मिक्स करके, उसमें से मुझे ये ढूंढना है कि अगर डू वी हैव सच ए पेयर जहाँ पे एक वावल है, लेट्स से ई, एक वावल है और उस वावल का जस्ट इमीडिएटली बिफोर वाला लेटर है, दैट इज डी। ये दोनों ऑलरेडी मेरे अगर सीक्वेंस में है क्वेश्चन में, तभी जाके मेरा कॉन्सोनेंट वाला चेंज होके ई हो जाएगा, लेकिन वावेल है तो इसीलिए वावेल चेंज नहीं होगा, वावेल जैसे है वैसे ही रहेगा। तब जाके मेरा कॉन्सोनेंट चेंज होके एक मुझे रिपीटिंग पेयर देगा, राइट। लेकिन अगर एक वावेल है और उसके दो या ई के डी के जगह सी है, तो ये सी बन के ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा डी बनेगा, ई के जैसा ई के तरह ही रह जाएगा, रिपीटिंग नहीं होगा, तो डजेंट वर्क। तो मुझे ऐसे पेयर ढूंढने हैं जहाँ पे मेरे एक वावेल है एंड उस वावेल का जस्ट इमीडिएटली बिफोर वाला लेटर है, तभी जाके मेरा क्वेश्चन में बोला है कॉन्सोनेंट्स आर रिप्लेस्ड, कॉन्सोनेंट्स रिप्लेस डी रिप्लेस होके ई बन जाएगा मेरा, तब जाके मेरा वावेल रिप्लेस नहीं होगा, वावेल वावेल की तरह रह जाएगा, तब जाके मेरा पेयर बनेगा। तो ये एक सिचुएशन है। अगर बोल देता क्वेश्चन में, इफ़ यू वुड हैव सेड दैट इन द क्वेश्चन कि ओनली वावेल्स गेट रिप्लेस्ड विथ इट नेक्स्ट लेटर्स, तब मुझे ऐसे पेयर ढूंढने पड़ते, ओनली वावेल्स get replaced with get next letter। कॉन्सोनेंट्स के साथ कोई छेड़खानी नहीं करना होता क्वेश्चन के हिसाब से, क्वेश्चन में अगर ऐसा बोला होता, इन दैट केस वी वुड हैव टू फाइंड सच पेयर्स जहाँ पे मेरा एक वावेल है एंड उसके जस्ट इमीडिएट बाद वाला लेटर मेरे ऑलरेडी गिवन सीक्वेंस में हो, क्योंकि एक वावेल चेंज होके मेरा उसके नेक्स्ट इमीडिएट वाला कॉन्सोनेंट बन जाएगा, एंड जो कॉन्सोनेंट उसके इमीडिएट नेक्स्ट वाला सीक्वेंस में ऑलरेडी वो वैसा का वैसे रह जाएगा, तब जाके मेरा एक पेयर बनेगा। सो बेस्ड ऑन द क्वेश्चन क्या है, मेरा वो सिचुएशन डिपेंड करेगा कि मुझे एक वावेल के साथ उसके पहले वाला लेटर लेना है या एक वावेल के साथ उसके बाद वाला लेटर का ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्टिंग पेयर मुझे ढूंढना है। अगर मुझे ऐसे पेयर इस क्वेश्चन के लिए मुझे ढूंढना है कि एक वावेल है एंड उसके जस्ट इमीडिएट पहले वाला लेटर, ये पेयर ऑलरेडी मेरे गिवन सीक्वेंस में है कि नहीं। अगर जितने होंगे उतने ही मेरे आंसर्स होंगे, उसके अलावा मुझे चेंज करके देखने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है। सो vowel and immediately before immediately before consonant, ये पेयर होना चाहिए मुझे। सो दीज आर द ओनली टू सिनेरियोज। आई होप इट मेड सेंस। तो मुझे देखना है कि मुझे इन दोनों सिनेरियोज़ को देखना है। इस सिनेरियो में मेरे ऑलरेडी कितने लेटर्स है जो इस सिचुएशन को मैच करते हैं, और कितने पेयर्स ऑफ लेटर्स है जो इस सिचुएशन को मैच करते हैं। जितना होंगे दैट वुड बी माय आंसर, एज सिंपल एज दैट। मुझे ये पूरा सीक्वेंस लिख के उसमें से हर एक कॉन्सोनेंट को अपने नेक्स्ट वैल्यू से रिप्लेस करने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है। ओके, लेट्स डू द क्वेश्चन नाउ। If all consonants are replaced by its next letter, then how many alphabets are repeated in the new letter? मैं पहले ये वाला केस को देखता हूँ कि ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्टिंग पेयर्स ऑफ कॉन्सोनेंट है कि नहीं, दो रिपीटिंग कॉन्सोनेंट सेम कॉन्सोनेंट्स है कि नहीं। ई और कहीं पे है नहीं, के और कहीं पे है नहीं है, वाई और है वाई वाई नहीं है, आर कहीं पे है दोबारा नहीं है, सी कहीं पे दोबारा नहीं है, ए तो वावेल है मुझे नहीं चाहिए, एम कहीं पे दोबारा रिपीट हो रहा है नहीं है, यू वावेल है छोड़ो, एल कहीं पे रिपीट हो रहा है नोप, वी कहीं पे रिपीट हो रहा है नो, क्यू कहीं पे रिपीट हो रहा है नो। पी कहीं पे रिपीट हो रहा है, नो। एस कहीं पे और रिपीट हो रहा है, नो। आई वावेल लीव। डब्ल्यू कहीं पे रिपीट हो रहा है पूरे सीरीज में, और नहीं, डब्ल्यू रिपीट नहीं हो रहा है। ओ वावेल छोड़ो। टी, टी कहीं पे रिपीट हो रहा है, आई डोंट थिंक सो। टी कहीं पे रिपीट हो रहा है, नहीं है। जी कहीं पे रिपीट हो रहा है, नहीं है। ओके। तो मेरे ये इस वाले कंडीशन से, इस वाले सिनेरियो में मेरे ज़ीरो पेयर्स है। इस वाला सिनेरियो देखता हूँ कि जहाँ पे मेरे एक वावेल है और उसका इमीडिएटली बिफोर वाला कॉन्सोनेंट है। इजी हो ताकि मुझे ढूंढने में, मैं पहले इनका पेयर्स लिख लेता हूँ। मेरे वावेल्स क्या क्या होते हैं, ए ई आई ओ यू, ये मेरे वावेल्स होते हैं। उनके इमीडिएट पहले वाले लेटर्स को मैं लिख लेता हूँ, फिर उन पेयर्स को ढूंढता हूँ, आसानी होगा। ए के तो पहले कोई लेटर होता नहीं है, तो ई के पहले आता है डी। आई जे, डी, ई, एफ जी एच आई, तो एच आई। ओ के पहले एल एम एन ओ, एन पहले आता है, एल एम एन ओ। पी क्यू आर एस टी यू, यू के पहले टी आता है। सो मुझे देखता है डी और ई अगर है, एच और आई अगर है, एन और ओ अगर है, टी और यू मेरे सीक्वेंस में है, तभी जाके होगा। डू वी हैव ए डी, क्योंकि ई तो है मेरे पास, मुझे दिख रहा है। डू वी हैव ए डी इन द होल सीरीज, नो, ये कौन केस। आई है, एक वावेल है। डू वी हैव एन एच, नो वी डोंट हैव एन एच, ये केस पे गया। ओ, ओ है मेरे सीरीज में। डू वी हैव एन एन, नहीं है, ये सीरीज में गया। यू, यू मेरे है और टी भी है, यू भी है, टी भी है। सो ओनली वन। हाउ मेनी पेयर्स आर देयर, ओनली वन, दैट्स माई आंसर। यहाँ पे एक ऐसा पेयर निकल के आ रहा है। ओके, लेट्स डू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। एंड जस्ट रिमेंबर कि ऐसे पहले लिख लेने का है, तभी जाके तुम एक एक पेयर को देखो, आइडेंटिफाई करो, है तो अच्छा, नहीं है तो काट दो, उनका चैप्टर क्लोज। इट वुड बी मच ईजियर टू सॉल्व। ओके, लेट्स डू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। क्या बोला है, how many such symbols are there in the above arrangement, each of which is immediately preceded by a consonant but not immediately followed by a vowel, not f- but not immediately followed by a not immediately followed by a vowel, मतलब followed by, not immediately followed by a vowel मतलब followed by a consonant, followed by a consonant. That means ऐसा होगा कि कॉन्सोनेंट है, उसके बाद एक सिंबल होगा, सिंबल के बाद फिर से कॉन्सोनेंट होगा। ये पेयर कितने हैं, हाउ मेनी सा सिंबल्स आर देयर इन द अरेंजमेंट, ईच ऑफ विच इमीडिएटली प्रोसीड होगा सेट। हाँ, तो ऐसे क्वेश्चन को सिंप्लीफाई कर लेना, फिर क्वेश्चन की तरफ जाना है। तो अब मुझे पूरा सीरीज में मैं जहाँ जहाँ मेरा सिंबल है बस वहीं वहीं पे देखूंगा। ये तो पहले सिंबल, इसके पहले कोई लेटर है नहीं, ये बाहर में जाए। ये के एंड, ये सिंबल है के एंड वाई, दोनों कॉन्सोनेंट है। ओके, सो वन, सिंबल है आर एंड सी। ओके, ये मेरा एक और है, दिस इज़ माई सिंबल, यू इज़ अ वावल, नॉट रिक्वायर्ड। डॉलर साइन, दिस इज़ डॉलर साइन, जस्ट टू बी क्लियर। डॉलर साइन, एल और वी दोनों कॉन्सोनेंट्स है। थर्ड पेयर हैशटैग है, क्यू और पी दोनों मेरे कॉन्सोनेंट्स है। फोर्थ पेयर परसेंटेज है, पी और एस दोनों तरफ है, तो दिस इज़ माई फिफ्थ पेयर। मेरे ऑप्शन में मोर देन 4 बोला है, मुझे ऑलरेडी 5 मिल चुका है, सो माई ऑप्शन इज़ मोर देन 4। ओके, लेट्स गो टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। 4 of the following 5 are alike in a certain way based on their position in the above arrangement and so form a group. What is the one that does not belong to the group? Okay, क्या क्या है, ई आर एम्परसेंट, तो ई यहाँ पे है, हाँ आर यहाँ पे है, एम्पर्स एंड यहाँ पे है। ओके, और दोनों के मतलब ये ऐसे जा रहा है, ऐसे आ रहा है, ये हो रहा है, बीच में मेरा एक एक लेटर का गैप है दोनों के बीच। ये बीच में एक लेटर रहेगा, उसके एक लेटर स्किप करके ई है, और उसके बाद में एक लेटर स्किप करके तीसरा लेटर है। तो ऐसे चल रहा है, ठीक है। और मैं अगर डायरेक्टली ऐसा डायग्राम बना लेता हूँ और मुझे दिख जाएगा कि ये डायग्राम जहाँ पे फॉलो हो रहा है, मतलब वो मेरा सेम ग्रुप में लाई कर रहा है। जहाँ पे ये डायग्राम फॉलो नहीं होगा, कोई और दूसरा डायग्राम फॉलो होगा, वो गड़बड़ है, वो ऑड हुआ है। CUM, CUM, सी से यू, सी से एम। ओके, यहाँ पे मेरा डायग्राम फॉलो हो रहा है। फाइन। L#V, L#V, डायग्राम फॉलो हो रहा है, ग्रुप में है। PW परसेंटेज, PW परसेंटेज, यहाँ पे डायग्राम फॉलो नहीं हो रहा। अगर ये S होता तब जाके होता। दैट मीन्स दिस इज माई ऑड वन आउट। लेट्स जस्ट टू बी श्योर लास्ट वाला देख ही लेते हैं। SWO, एस SOW, SOW, हाँ यहाँ पे डायग्राम फॉलो हो रहा है। सो दिस इज माई आंसर, PW परसेंटेज। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। How many such alphabets are there in the above arrangement, each of which is immediately preceded and immediately followed by a symbol? मतलब ऐसा है कि how many such alphabets are there in the above arrangement, each of which is immediately preceded and immediately followed by a symbol. मतलब एक बीच में लेटर होगा, उसके पहले एक सिंबल होगा, उसके बाद में एक सिंबल होगा। ऐसा पेयर मुझे ढूंढना है। तो क्वेश्चन को ऐसे सिंप्लीफाई कर लेना है। देखते हैं सिंबल कहाँ कहाँ पे है। तो ये है रहा मेरा एक पेयर, नहीं लेटर बीच में होगा, दोनों तरफ सिंबल होगा। ओके, तो सिंबल कहाँ कहाँ पे है? यहाँ पे बीच में 2 लेटर है, नहीं चाहिए। 3 लेटर है, दोनों के बीच में नहीं चाहिए। 2 लेटर है, इसके बीच में नहीं चाहिए। डॉलर और हैशटैग के बीच में 2 लेटर है, नहीं चाहिए। ये रहा, ये एक पेयर है, #P परसेंटेज। ये एक लेटर है मेरा P, और कोई है जिसके दोनों तरफ सिंबल हो, नहीं है। सो ओनली वन, दिस इज माई आंसर। ओके, let's do the next question. Next question क्या बोला है? Which of the following element is 10th to the right of the element which is 18th from the right end? तो ऐसे क्वेश्चन में क्या करना है, राइट एंड बोल दिया है, तो मेरा पीछे से काउंट करने नहीं बैठेंगे हम एग्ज़ाम में बैठ के पीछे से कि 1 2 3 4 करते करते 18 तक गए, फिर वहाँ से 10 1 2 3 4 करते करते 10th तक राइट में है। एग्ज़ाम में वैसे नहीं करने बैठेंगे। Which of the following is 10th to the right of the element which is 18th from the right hand? तो ये अगर ये मेरा राइट एंड है, राइट हैंड से 18th पोजीशन मुझे इस तरफ आना है, फिर इस पोजीशन पे आके जो भी एक लेटर होगा 10th to the right of that element, इस पोजीशन से फिर 10 लेटर इस तरफ मुझे आना है इसके राइट में। तो मेरा नेट कितना आना पड़ेगा? यहाँ पे 18 स्टेप्स पीछे है, फिर 10 स्टेप्स आगे गया, फिर मैं नेट कितना स्टेप्स मुझे चलना है? 8 स्टेप्स चलना है बस। 18 माइनस 10 दैट इज़ 8। तो मुझे पीछे से बस 8 काउंट करना है। सो 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8। ओके, एस, दैट इज़ माई आंसर. So this is how you solve these questions in a smart way. Hopefully this was clear and understandable. इस वीडियो में यहीं तक रखते हैं। बहुत सारा कॉन्सेप्ट्स, शॉर्टकट ट्रिक्स सिखा दिया है मैंने, और पहले इनको प्रैक्टिस करो, समझो, एंड रिमेंबर ऑल दिस थिंग्स। अदरवाइज़ एक वीडियो के लिए ज़्यादा हो जाएगा। आई विल रिलीज अ पार्ट 2 ऑफ this covering the remaining questions. Okay, hopefully this was helpful. Thank you.